Timothy Bloom ao vivo no Estúdio Showlivre. Timothy, welcome to showlivre.com.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here. To begin, it's nice to listen to stripped down versions of your music, because I think the presentation at Showlivre is going to be unique.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool.
Are you used to do this kind of this format?
I'm used to doing it, but like every single time, it could be like two people in a room. I still get nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
It's easier, I guess, with a band, because then you can, I don't know, hide a little bit between other instruments, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, but in the same time, for the audience, it's nice because you get all the details. The details that make you nervous, that's what we get, and it's nice.
Vulnerable.
Nice. I'm going to try to translate briefly here.
Okay.
Excuse me. Bom, dei aqui as boas-vindas para o Timothy. Perguntei se ele está acostumado a fazer esse tipo de versão das músicas dele, essa versão intimista. Ele falou que está acostumado, mas mesmo quando tem poucas pessoas na sala, como é o caso aqui no showlivre.com, ele fica um pouco nervoso. Timothy, is Brazil treating you nicely?
The word nicely is like understated. Like Brazil's been amazing to me.
Nice.
It's been really good.
And this is your second time here,
It's
right?
my second time, yes. I couldn't stay away.
Sorry?
I couldn't stay away.
Yeah, nice. Was it recently that you came here for the first time?
Yeah. It was recently. It was like a couple months ago, I feel. Like it was a couple months, and then I came back.
You couldn't stay away, indeed.
I couldn't.
And the first time was only traveling, or was work too?
It was traveling. Yeah, first time was
Nice.
traveling, yes.
Nice, good. Well, if you return, then it's because the country is treating you nicely, indeed.
Yes.
Really good. Muito bom. Perguntei se o Brasil tem tratado ele bem. Ele falou que sim, tanto que é a segunda vez que ele vem para cá. A última vez foi há alguns meses atrás, então ele realmente não conseguiu ficar longe do nosso país. Timothy, let's talk a little bit about your recent releases. I don't know, about 4 months ago, you released Burden Song video clip, right?
Yep.
Timothy, it's funny that you mentioned that you were nervous playing here, because you even act. You don't seem like a shy guy, you know?
Yeah, I get nervous.
You do. You know what most caught my attention from this video clip, which actually is great. Congratulations for the work.
Thank
Who
you.
directed it?
Code Creator, a friend of ours back in Los Angeles by the name of Logan. Great team.
It's a beautiful video clip. And what most caught my attention was that when I was watching it for the first time, I was kind of cheering in a way, or expecting for a turn back. Like the take the power back moment,
Right.
You know? But this never happened. Like there's no happy ending. Do you think, was this their intention? Do you think
I think the happiness is in the mind. You know, I feel like our bodies can be prisoned, but you know, to find freedom, to find happiness would be here of the mind. Because sorry to say, but there's a lot of, you know, especially back overseas in America, there's just a lot of turmoil there, and just with any place, anywhere, I feel like your freedom is here, your happy place is here, not the surroundings around.
Sure, that's amazing, that's amazing. Bom, perguntei para o time sobre o clipe, que ele não tem um final feliz aparente, que eu pelo menos estava esperando ali que no fim tivesse um retorno e tal, uma coisa de vamos tomar o poder de volta, mas que não tem um final feliz. E aí ele disse que ele acha que a felicidade está dentro da cabeça, que a liberdade está dentro da cabeça, que não importa o que está no seu ambiente, mas sim o que está dentro de você. You were talking about America, and I read an interview about the video clip, and you said about how a line from Nina Simone was really determined now, was really important to you, that artists should write about the times. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
I think it's very important that if you have a voice in the world, and I feel like it's really important to speak on the times, like, you know, the oppression, the struggle of life, you know, so it gives people hope and understanding that everything's going to be okay. If we're always, you know, talking about things that make no sense to, I mean, we can party all day long. I love to party. But I think sometimes, even now in this climate, like all over the world, there needs to be a space where, you know, us as musicians and songwriters and artists should just come together and just make song of peace and hope. You know, and I feel that's really important. And you don't hear a lot of songs like that.
Yeah, the times are asking for someone lucid, right? Ok, bom, perguntei sobre, ele falou sobre a situação nos Estados Unidos, quando ele mencionou o clipe, e aí ele teve uma citação sobre a Nina Simone, falou que uma citação da Nina Simone foi muito importante para ele no momento, que é que os artistas deveriam escrever sobre os tempos, deveriam escrever sobre os momentos. Ele fala que, particularmente, no momento que eles estão vivendo agora, quem tem uma voz é muito importante que faça essa voz ser ouvida. And about your upcoming album, you have Blood Note on the way, right?
Blood Note is on the way.
Yeah. What about the name?
The name Blood Note, in theory, the Earth, its frequency is at 432, which is the frequency of healing. So, and as a guitar player, we would call that the Blood Note.
Oh, I see.
Right, the frequency. And so basically, the music is being toned down to a 432 frequency instead of 441.
But it's like the same frequency that we have on Earth?
Yes, it's the Earth's frequency, 432.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. That's really good. I'll try to translate that. Perguntei sobre um disco que tá em vista agora, que é o Blood Note. E perguntei sobre o nome desse disco, né, que é Nota Sangrenta, e aí ele falou que é uma frequência que a Terra emite, se eu entendi corretamente, é uma frequência que a Terra emite e que nas músicas e que na afinação do instrumento eles também obtiveram essa frequência. That's really neat about Blood Note. And when is going to be released?
I want to say sometime next year. There's been like a process, because I want to make sure that all the songs are, they cater to the frequency of what's going on in the world. So I'm taking my time on it.
And this frequency, I'm sorry to stick on that, but it's like, it has to do with tuning? Like tuning properly, or like it's specific notes?
It's the tuning that's properly. And when I say frequency, like just the climate of the world right now, you can kind of...
Oh, I see.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
But in a metaphorical way, or in a
metaphorical way?
Oh, I see. Thank you. It makes sense now. Bom, perguntei quando que vai ser lançado o disco. Ele falou que quer dizer que ele espera que no próximo ano, que no ano que vem esse disco seja lançado. E perguntei ainda sobre a história das frequências, e ele falou que é mais uma maneira metafórica de dizer, porque sim, vai ter uma afinação específica nos instrumentos, mas que essa frequência é a frequência que o clima mundial está pedindo no momento. And we were talking about recent release, about your upcoming album, but there's a detail on your biography that really tricks me, makes me kind of curious, is that you said that the first secular song that you listened to was Bob Dylan's, yep. Right? Lady Lay, because prior to that you couldn't listen to secular music.
Yep.
But now I wonder, after you listened to that, how did you convince your parents that you could listen to secular music?
There was no convincing. I had to sneak around still until I got older, and I think everything changed when I moved to Germany. And that was like right after I graduated from high school. The next day I left. I was 17 around that time.
And in Germany, there were like friends introducing you to music, or you just started
I went on a tour. We were out there for a year.
Nice. So already playing music in Germany, right?
Well, they're all like cover songs, cover bands and stuff like that. So we just went out there for a year. And, I got my first glimpse of the touring industry, the music industry.
And you really got your freedom.
Yes.
Okay. Nice, muito bom. Perguntei sobre um detalhe importante da biografia dele, que diz bastante das entrevistas, que ele não podia ouvir música secular em casa antes, era só música gospel. E a primeira música que ele ouviu foi Lady Lay, do Bob Dylan. E nas entrevistas ele nunca disse como que ele foi depois desse momento, de ter ouvido a música do Bob Dylan, como que ele conseguiu passar a ouvir música secular em casa. Ele falou que nunca pôde, nunca convenceu os pais, que ele sempre tinha que ouvir escondido, até o momento em que ele foi para a Alemanha para fazer uma turnê, tocar covers de música, e foi aí que ele conseguiu finalmente ter a liberdade musical dele. Really good, muito bom, viu, Nath?
Obrigada.
Aproveite sua presença. I don't know, are we going to be rude if we talk a little bit in Portuguese?
Oh, no.
No? Do you mind?
Whatever you want.
Ô, Nath, conta então como que foi esse encontro entre você e o Timothy, como começou essa colaboração?
Eu estava em Los Angeles e a gente encontrou um trabalho um do outro pelo Instagram, internet, e aí ele me convidou para ir para o estúdio. Depois eu pego. Ele me convidou para ir para o estúdio, ele estava gravando outros artistas nessa época. E aí eu toquei piano, porque eu toco piano também. E aí a gente gostou de trabalhar juntos e a gente começou a trabalhar juntos, fazer música. E foi isso.
Sensacional, nice. So you had an Instagram contact first prior to your actual meeting, is that right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Nice. So, no, sorry. Feel free. I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, no.
Ok. E vocês chegaram até a compor juntos, é isso, Nath?
Sim, essa próxima música, aliás, é uma composição nossa. Nossa, que confusão aqui, desculpa. É uma composição nossa e uma produção nossa também, chamada Comfort Me. E é isso. Ele está sempre me ajudando a produzir minhas músicas e eu faço backing vocal para ele. É uma parceria, assim, musical que a gente tem.
Entendi. E o seu retorno agora para São Paulo? Você estava aqui todo esse tempo, desde a gravação do estúdio? Você foi, já voltou?
Não, quando a gente escreveu a música, eu estava lá. Isso foi no começo do ano? Foi no começo do ano, em janeiro. Aí eu vim para cá em março e tô desde março aqui. E aí a gente gravou a música, aliás, aqui. A versão final aqui na minha casa, assim.
Que legal, que legal. So we were talking about Comfort Me, your collaboration, right? Could you talk a little bit about that too? How was well, no, I have an interesting question to you because your self-titled record, you composed it, actually you played it by yourself, right? Completely by yourself. So you seem like a one-man band, but in the same time you have like a lot of collaborations. Burden's song features Morris Brown and Frederic on it, and you've also recorded with V. Bozeman, right? On that Christmas record, recent Christmas record. How is that? How like working alone and working together with other people? What's the difference?
The difference is like when I'm by myself working, it's just quicker. But when collaborating with like my peers, my friends, it's just magical. Like there's there's a lot of brains in the room, and we just all come together and just make magic. I don't know. I haven't really like analyzed that process in the work because I enjoy working alone and I enjoy working with others. So it's just
But I don't know. To me, teamwork it just must be so hard because like when it comes to creation, I don't know. I think you have a proper way to say things, but you have to be generous with the other that are composing with you too. It must be hard. I don't know.
No, it's not hard. I think we all want to come together and there's a common goal, and that's just to make great music. And I think that's for me, it's important to. I like to sit back and hear what other people have to say about what their input is. I think that's important. There's no ego involved or anything like that. Because I want to learn more. Yeah. When it comes to.
You seem like evolved guy, Ok. Bom, perguntei sobre a diferença entre compor sozinho e compor com outras pessoas, porque embora ele já tenha composto um disco, onde além de compor o disco inteiro, ele também tocou o disco inteiro, ele também tem várias colaborações com vários outros músicos, inclusive com a Nath aqui. Perguntei então como que era mais ou menos essa diferença. Ele falou que ele gosta das duas coisas. Perguntei se o trabalho em equipe não é difícil, porque quando é sobre a criação você quer, de repente, fazer valer a sua ideia. E ele falou que não tem esse problema não, que não tem ego envolvido e nada disso. But we were talking about Comfort Me, and how was that collaboration to you?
We were sitting in, I think, in Los Angeles in the kitchen or somewhere.
Yeah.
And she started playing these chords on guitar, and I was like, hey, what's that? From there, we did like a small demo back in Los Angeles, and then we came out here and just pretty much finished it. And, it's just expressing ourselves to one another, I guess.
That's really nice, but it began with a chord, so...
It began with the guitar,
With the guitar, yeah.
E Nath, você estava ali só brincando no violão? Como
Sim, na verdade o que a gente faz o dia inteiro é tocar, né? Então eu tava tocando mais uma coisa no violão e aí saiu uns acordes bonitos, assim. Aí ele falou, esses acordes são bonitos. E aí eu comecei a escrever o primeiro verso, gravei, ele gravou o segundo e aí virou a música.
Nice. Your other features, they happen like that too, like in a natural, organic way, or is it different? Like I don't know, with some kind of discipline. I know we're gonna sit and we're gonna compose now together, or things happens like that, or things usually happens naturally.
I would hope it would happen like that naturally. Every successful record that I've ever been on, like it happened that way, and there was no really a thought process. You know, when me and V Bozeman did Till the End of Time, I mean, we did that in like 15 minutes. It was like a really quick song, but it became like one of our biggest records. With Chris Brown, same exact thing. It was really quick. With Neo, it was really quick. Everybody.
Even for the songs that you composed for other artists, which to me would resemble more like work, actual work, even that was kind of inspiring organically.
Yeah, it's authentic. It's tailor-made, you know, especially when you're in the room with the same person and everybody is like on the same page. It's like the energy is flowing with everybody in the room. Even with the engineer, it's good. It's great.
That's really nice, really nice. Bom, perguntei como que foi esse processo, então, de criação com a Nathi e tal. Ele estava contando, como ela contou, que estava fazendo ali alguns acordes, tomando um café em Los Angeles, e de repente a música surgiu. E aí eu estava perguntando para ele se usualmente é assim, se usualmente é orgânico desse jeito. Ele falou que sim, inclusive com artistas para quem ele já compôs outras músicas, como Neo, como Chris Brown. Normalmente são músicas assim que acontecem no momento de inspiração. We have some messages here from people watching on Facebook. Some questions and some compliments. Aline Julia says, "What a nice song to listen to. I love it." Otton Natashi says, "Really good, great sound. Please give a hello for the people at Ceará, Russas, Ceará, from a band I believe called K Zumbar." I don't know if you heard of those guys, maybe.
You should say a hello to them.
Hello.
Yeah.
When I find them, I will.
Perfect. I think they're satisfied. Muito bom. Laene Silva says, I don't know how to say that in English, something like chilling. Paulo Barranova says, chilling. Really chilling, I don't know, arrepiante. How do you say that in English?
She said chilling?
No, she says arrepiante.
I got chills.
Yeah,
like,
good.
Got chills.
Way better than I do.
Chilling.
We're just chilling here.
Yeah.
Listen to the songs. And Andrea Brun says, amazing video. And Roberto Campos asks, why is the video black and white? Is there a message on it?
The video is black and white because I have no idea. I have no idea the thought process of the editor, but black and white, there's no color. You know, I think that's, if I want to analyze it that way, there's no color. It has a classy look to it, a classy feel.
Yeah.
Black and white always looks good.
Perfect. I guess sometimes when people are listening to songs or watching a video clip, they look for meaning in every single part of that, and it's not necessarily that, right?
Yep.
Hey, it's good. It's a good mind. It's a good mind to have sometimes.
Yeah. Bom, perguntei aqui a pergunta do Roberto Campos sobre por que o clipe é branco e preto. Ele falou que não tem ideia por que é branco e preto, porque as coisas ficam bonitas no branco e preto. E aí perguntei que às vezes as pessoas procuram significado em todos os detalhes de um vídeo, de uma música, e não necessariamente é isso que acontece. Emers 13 asks what are your influences, and he says that you're a high-level musician.
Oh, thank you.
Look that.
My influences, oh my gosh, they range from like gospel, number one, gospel background, like the Clark Sisters, James Cleveland, Johnny Mathis, Jimi Hendrix, Nina Simone's, Bob Marley.
Elis Regina.
Who?
Elis Regina. Elis Regina.
Oh, Elise Regina.
Ele gosta, ele ouve todo dia.
Yeah.
Really? You're an Elis Regina fan?
Since I've been in Brazil, yes.
Nice.
Huge.
Yeah, I believe it's our greatest singer. Probably, I don't know.
It's huge.
Nice. Do you have any musical guilty pleasures? Like something that people aren't expecting that you listen to that?
Oh. Any guilty pleasures? You know what? I don't have any guilty pleasures. I respect music very, very, very highly, and It's like an acquired taste. You know, you like what you like. Yeah. So if that makes any sense.
That's a great answer. Ok. Bom, perguntei então sobre as influências. Ele falou aí várias, né? Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix, várias influências. E perguntei se ele tinha algum prazer culposo, né? Alguma música que as pessoas não esperariam que ele gostasse. Ele falou que não, porque ele tem respeito pela música. Really good. So you still have one concert here in Brazil, right? Which I guess Nathi knows about. Was it?
More than him.
It's way more than I do.
Sim.
What would you do without Nathi?
On the 28th, no dia 28, na Matilha Cultural.
Dia 28 na Matilha Cultural aqui em São Paulo, certo?
A gente vai postar mais detalhes quando a gente tiver mais detalhes para postar.
Perfeito. No Facebook do time, no seu também?
Facebook, Instagram, tudo. Todas as plataformas digitais.
Perfect. I have one last message here. Para você que está assistindo aqui, tem um último recado muito importante, desde que eu encontre ele aqui. Assim, se você segue a programação aqui do showlivre.com, você já deve ter sacado uma novidade aqui no nosso cenário, que são os incríveis telões da LED 10. LED 10 tem painéis na medida para uma infinidade de aplicações e negócios, do comércio ao atacado, da indústria ao mercado de eventos e ao entretenimento. Com a LED 10, seu negócio vai ficar ainda mais exuberante e atrativo para os clientes. Timothy, thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for your great music. Nath, muito obrigado.
Obrigada.
Sempre muito bem-vinda. And could we finish with one last tune, please?
Absolutely.
Sim.